Hi there, Nancy from the YarnyBookkeeper here with a quick tip for your handmade business. Today I want to talk about what to do when Etsy, Ravelry, even PayPal, whatever, Lovecrafts, doesn't pay you for your total monthly sales. So let's say that I sold $200 worth of patterns or finished items on any of these platforms during the month of January. So here I am in February and they're finally getting around to pay me, but you know what? They only paid me $175. So what happens to that remaining $25? Well, that remaining $25 is a receivable or an accounts receivable. It means that you've sold the merchandise, but you haven't been paid for it yet. So you're still sitting there waiting to receive that money, okay? So I'm going to show you in Wave a best practice, okay, on how to do this. So the first thing I want to say is instead of just depositing the money into your bank account or in-transit account every month, you should create an invoice because it's a pretty common practice for them to short you, okay? So in Wave, you want to use this menu on the left and you want to come to Sales and Payments and you want to come to Invoices, okay? And then you want to hit Create an Invoice. Now, your invoice date is going to be the last day of the month of sales that you're going to record. So this was my January sales, okay? So I'm going to date it January 31st. And then I'm going to choose a customer. Now, I set up customers in Wave for each of the platforms that I sell on, all right? Because let's face it, we want to know, or maybe we want to know, which platform we get the most sales from. So I created a customer called Etsy, and I'm going to select that. And in the item column, I'm going to do one of two things. If you want to know which pattern is your best seller, I would suggest creating an invoice that included each item that was sold during the month and how many. Now, if you don't want to do that, maybe you think it's not important yet, you can simply create an item for, whoops, I can't spell. It just called Etsy sales, all right? And here's my $200 worth of patterns or finished items that I sold during the month. Okay. And then I'm just going to hit Save and Continue. And I'm going to approve the draft. Now, I never send them because this is, this is my own bookkeeping records. So now it's been recorded and you have a $200 accounts receivable. So now what we're going to do is we're going to come to back to invoices, all right? And we're going to come and we're going to highlight this, oops, sorry. Can I do it from here? See where it says record a payment manually? I'm going to select that. And I'm going to say out of the $200 worth of merchandise that I sold, they actually paid me $175. And then I'm going to select the payment account. All right. Now you can deposit that money straight into your checking account. You can put it in a holding account, like it called Etsy in Transit. If you want to do that, you hit this create a new account button or option, and then come down to this money in transit. Okay. And add a new account, and you can call this Etsy dollars if you want. All right. Now, this is good if, you know, if you're going to let that money sit in Etsy. Okay. And then maybe once a quarter, you're going to move the money from that money in transit account over into your checking. You can do the same thing with PayPal. You know, if you're going to leave the money you've received in PayPal for a quarter before moving it over into your normal checking account, you can do this money in transit account. So now you're going to save it. You're going to close that. And I think because I created that, I've got to come back here and do record a payment manually. There we go. Again, $175. And Wave doesn't work quite the way I expected it to. Okay, so I'm just going to throw it right into my checking account. All right, I'm going to say when I receive this money, I want it to go here. And select a payment. I'm just going to say other, and then I'm going to submit it. Okay, and I'm going to close it. So now if I come back here to invoices, you can see I've got this $25 that's still hanging out there. All right, so now we're going to move along, and you know, now we're going to record our February sales. All right, so let's create an invoice. Again, we're going to choose Etsy. We're going to date this the 28th of February. We're going to put in either the details of what we sold, or we're just going to do a simple one-line thing for Etsy. And let's say this time we sell $250 worth of product. So we're going to hit save and continue. We're going to approve the draft. Okay. And so now we're recording the money that we're actually in March. Okay. And we're recording the money that we received in February. And lo and behold, Etsy paid us the $25 that they owed us from January. So now I'm going to record a payment here. All right. So the amount is $25, and I'm going to put this in March. Let's say we did this, March 1st. We're recording our money. All right. And we're just going to choose our payment method, and we're going to say we're dumping this money into our checking account, and we're going to submit it. Okay. So they paid us the $25 that they owed us for January, and now we're going to record the money that they sent us for our February sales. Now, let's assume that they paid us the whole $250. You know, they might have really paid you $225. So let's go with the $225. And again, we're going to dump that right into our money in checking, and we're going to submit it. Okay. So now we want to come and we want to look at the transactions. Make sure everything hit the way it was supposed to. So if I come and I do my money in checking, here you can see I got the $175. There's my deposit. All right. That's for the January. And then here, whoops, it defaulted to today. Sorry. This one should be March 1. They paid us the $225 towards the February, and they paid us the $25 that they owed us from January. So that's really the better way to do it, instead of just coming into your bank account and hitting add income, because you know you want to be able to keep track of how much they're shorting you and when they're paying it, just in case they screw up. Okay, I mean, your bookkeeping records have to accurately reflect what's going on in your business. So that's the end of this little quick tip, and thanks for watching. If you have questions, join the free non-Facebook handmade business bookkeeping community and start a conversation. Here's the link. Registration is required, and I hope to see you there. Thanks. Have a great day. Bye.